There's the narrative that was out there that these things depreciate so fast and will be supplanted by the next generation. They believe that this infrastructure will have retain value far into the future.
All right, that's CEO of CoreWeave. That's the subject of our Mad Dash. Obviously, we spent a number of days talking about that important IPO prior to it coming to market at $40 a share, 37.5 million shares. This is where we're talking right now. Right. Obviously, below that, there's research out. We should put in context, this idea about depreciation of the GPUs, which in part backs some of the loans. But the point I think the CEO made, and also Magnetar was with us on the 10 on Friday, as well, is that the contracts and the payments by the likes of Microsoft run along, and they both pay interest and principal back at the same level that basically they'd be depreciating the GPUs. And Trader believes that there's value for those GPUs.
Right. I mean,
after.
Like, you do a straight line depreciation on a building, and we get to the end of it, it might be still worth something. That's what you have to say.
Right.
Now, I thought that was important. Just as important is a piece by D.A. Davidson today. And this is this plus a note in the information about perhaps things are overpriced. But
well, the information story we'll get to later.
But this is a very damning thing. And I really want to preface it by saying, not only do I not believe in this, but I think it's also illegal.
Okay.
Right. D.A. Davidson is saying that NVIDIA created CoreWeave in order to apply competitive pressure on its largest customers and create artificial scarcity, which makes it much more concerning. A vast majority of CoreWeave revenue comes from Microsoft, Meta, and NVIDIA. So NVIDIA gives you money. That's what happened to the deal.
It's the circularity.
And then you give back to NVIDIA to buy chips. Now
that's right. CoreWeave, in their 32 data centers, is buying all these GPUs from NVIDIA. That's true.
So you have to wonder whether this doesn't trigger an investigation, which I don't think it should. But there's such a thing called a lazy Susan deal, which the government used to frown upon. I give you money, you come back and you buy something.
Well, there were $250 million of the raise at $40. They are an important customer. I'm sorry, NVIDIA. CoreWeave is an important customer of NVIDIA's. And obviously, Microsoft, OpenAI, and other hyperscalers are important customers of CoreWeave, which is also a hyperscaler.
Now, the illegal part of it, just so we know, that I would say could be illegal. I think this Davidson piece is completely wrong.
Okay.
Is the idea that NVIDIA created CoreWeave to do that. CoreWeave was created by a couple of guys who were doing Bitcoin mining. They then moved into buying these things and becoming really unbelievable at installing. To say that NVIDIA created these things, I think is not fair and not true. And that's my problem with this note.
Okay, 47 to 55 was the original price range. They priced at 40, and you can see if it opens here, it'll be below syndicate.
It should. The syndicate's probably not going to hold it there.